That's also why somebody stole my ID out of my car, used my card that Eggleston provided me, $10,000 spending limit, bought a bunch of gift cards on it, and then buried my ID in a graveyard. The funeral home called the nonprofit organization and told them that they found my ID buried in the graveyard, which, like I told y'all before, how did they know that I worked there? They didn't even have my wallet, and there was nothing in my wallet to say that I worked for this nonprofit except the my P card, my purchasing card that was stolen by somebody else. So how did you know I worked there? And they called and said my funeral was buried in the graveyard. Threats. Another couple. Okay, they're older now, much older now. Uh, a couple decades ago, they lost their son. Okay. I don't know all the details on if they had left the church or was leaving the church, but I know they attended the church. Her son playing, and the guy randomly walks up to their son, blows his head off right there. Now, since I've been going against them and not wanting to join their thing, I've been threatened 3 different times by little dudes with guns. 3 different times. All 3 times I told them put the gun down. And you know what I'm saying? We could, like, if you really want to do something, we can do something, right? But you're not gonna punk me, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a gun. Guns don't make you a man, right? So 3 times I've had my life threatened. I've had death threats, y'all know they poisoned my food, all this type of stuff that we don't gotta get into. And they tried to make me have a seizure and a stroke, which God kept us from. Same thing with my girl. Our dog started having seizures. Can't make this up. I got it all on video. Phone has been hacked. Y'all know they tried to lie. They paid somebody to lie and say to text me from all them different numbers. I just posted a status earlier. So they force you to do what they want you to do, or they would kill you, bro. Or kill or attack somebody close in your family or something like that. It's like if you leave us, you cannot be successful. That's pretty much how it goes. Now I told y'all one of my cousins that go there, I told him that I was on fire for God. He said that he was gonna put my fire out. I told y'all that. That's exactly what he said to me. I told him I saw a fire start on the side of the road. I felt like it was God telling me that I'm finally on fire for him. He was like, "Oh yeah, I saw somebody putting the fire out today." At that same time, why would you tell me that? You ain't seen nobody putting a fire out. You saying you was gonna put a fire out. You saying you was gonna put my fire out. He lied and said that he had a dream that I joined the Mormons. That's what he said to me. And then like a month later, 3 weeks later, we was trafficked into a whole neighborhood. We ain't gonna get into that right now. Now, a lot of people that end up leaving the church or the organization, when they leave, they disappear. All their social media disappears. Everything disappears. I showed y'all this testimony before of a girl that used to go there. Not gonna put her name out there. And she sent me this. I'm gonna show it again. She said, "I'm glad that you're still alive." Now, why are you texting me that you're glad I'm still alive? This is the first time I posted a story in a while because I had went dark for like 7 months because I was so under such heavy attack and God was telling me to not say nothing, go dark, keep quiet. And she sends me this when I make a first status. Now I posted this picture is a picture of me because I got waves now. Obviously, I cut my locks off, and she didn't say nice hair or I see you cut your locks off. The first thing she said to me was glad that you're alive. Another guy, I'm not gonna say his name, used to go to the church, left the church. He gets picked up at the church because someone claimed that another girl that he helped raise said that he touched her. He got picked up at church. Okay, cops came to the church and picked him up. 5, 6 years in jail. So these people literally pay people and use people to target someone that they want. I told y'all they paid the girl to text me from multiple numbers. And then the girl, bro, we ain't gonna go into all that detail right now. We gonna say some stuff, but she was the same girl that had tried to overdose me is the same girl that did that. Again, bro, this list is long. I'm not even gonna go into any more names. I've given y'all what 5 or 6 examples of real life stuff of these people losing their minds because they try to get me to lose mine. I told y'all somebody told me that the way they do is they speak to you in codes. Somebody told me that they had heard on the news that this dude randomly killed his wife. It was like everyone thought he loved her. He had never thought of that before. And then one day he come home and he blow his wife's head off. They was literally trying to get me to trip out and kill my girl, bro. Let it sink into your brain. This is real. This, you know what I'm saying? This is how, and then when I didn't do that, they tried to overdose me. When that didn't work, they tried to set me up for messing with kids. They came after my business, attacked both of my businesses, vandalized both of my cars. Then they tried to poison my dogs. Then they trafficked us to a home with black mold. Then they got my girl sick. Then this, then, you know what I'm saying? And for what? Because I asked questions to the church. That's when it picked up. It's been happening my whole life, but it went to a extreme that when I called the nonprofit out to their face and quit, and then they lied and said that they fired me. Come on, man. These people have literally been trying to hold on to me my whole life, stopping me from getting good jobs that I deserve to have. When I had them, they always interfered. Every car I've had, they have vandalized. Every car. Every car. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an example. I had bought a car. At this time, I didn't have a license. Okay? Because if you read my book, you already know it was a setup. The way I lost my license when I was younger. I go and get a car anyway. Okay? I knew a dude that could sell me a car right at that dealership. I go and get a car. I go buy the car. I leave to go test drive the car. I come back. Soon as I get in front of the store where I bought the car from, there's a cop 4 cars behind me. Okay? I pull into the dealership. He pulls in right behind me. And he gets out and be like, license registration. I was like, what you pulled me over for? He said you didn't have a seatbelt on. I did have a seatbelt on. And you were 4 cars behind me. How did you even see that I didn't have a seatbelt on? Do you understand what I'm saying, bro? It's real life. At this point, you can't say it's coincidental because I put out all these videos and stuff to show you of what's been happening to me with the corrupt police officials the past 3 years. Because all of them ain't corrupt. All people ain't bad. As far as I know, these people are terrified too because you just don't know what they'll do if you don't obey them. But some of them really enjoy it. Like the dude that told me he gonna put my fire out. You ain't have to say that. You obviously enjoy it. My family friend that set me up and said I stole the car. You wanted to do that because I told everybody I was gonna say what you said to me and that I believed you had messed with kids and you got terrified. A few other people that we ain't naming just yet. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's like some really enjoy it, some don't. But either way, you don't have an excuse. Like I told y'all, I'd have moved away. Okay? And when I got here, I got pulled. I mean, a lady lied and said that my dog bit hers. When my dog, I got videos and everything of my dog playing with dogs. Right? Said my dog bit her dog. And then the first thing she said to me was, "You laughing?" Because I was smiling because it's like, this was before I put my book out or any videos, right? So no one knew that I knew what was up. And I'm smiling at her and she was like, "You smiling, but the laws is different over here because I moved away." How did you know that I just moved here? Why would you say that to me? You know what I'm saying? You had no reason to say that to me unless you knew that I had just moved here. 2 weeks before that, I got pulled over because they said I was going 96 and a 50 or something when I wasn't, right? Again, same thing. I had a girl run her car into mine on the interstate, damaged my car, told the police I had video evidence of it, and they didn't make her liable or anything. Neither one of us was liable, just gave me a piece of paper pretty much. I told y'all when I was living where I was living at in VA, I almost got in a car accident. I was driving, a car pulled right in front of my car, and I almost ran directly into that car, going like 50 miles an hour. This has been our lives for 30 years, okay? They tried to catch my cars on fire. My sister's car caught fire right next to the house when I was like 16. How did her car randomly catch on fire? Then my cars almost catch on fire. My work truck leaking oil and gas to catch on fire. After a while, it's not a coincidence. My older brother Jesse, got into a car accident on the HRBT when we was younger. Flipped his car 8 times. He walked out of that car without a scratch on him. That's how long God has been covering us. 8 times. Said the car just jumped in front of him, hit the brakes on him. He tried to swerve, hit the guardrail, almost going to the water, come back on the bridge, flip 8 times. My little brother, same thing. He's been attacked, Aaron. He said that he told me years ago, before I knew what was going on, that he believed he was being attacked. Called me and told me that, bro. I think somebody trying to kill me. That's what he told me. But at the time, I didn't know what was going on. All right. Aaron was harassed so much that he ended up going to a homeless shelter. Then he said people kept bringing him ice in the homeless shelter, like, the drug. They kept offering it to him to take it. Like, hey, you should try this. You should try this. Okay? Now, to some of you, that might sound a coincidence. To me, I know it's not. To my team, we know it's not. Last example, the twins. Okay? Y'all know they had joined the fraternity. And then they became whatever it's called, the leaders of the fraternity for a year they were there. And then some guy lied on them and said that they were hazing him too hard. Now, I know the twins. Y'all know the twins, okay? I had a conversation with them and they said, bro, we barely did anything to him. So they don't know why he would lie and say that. I know why. Mind you, everybody had left the church by then. All of them were gone. I was the only one left there because I was playing the drums. They got kicked out of school for 2 years. Thank God they had enough strength to go to TCC and continue their schooling while they was waiting to get back into Norfolk State. But they got kicked out for 2 years for something they didn't do. And their cars was being messed with. Brand new cars they would buy. 2 months later, engine gone. 2 months later, this happened. You know what I'm saying? Same type of stuff that was happening to me in the past 3 years in my entire life. Caleb moved away, went to a place in North Carolina for a job, okay? He said that they started acting crazy. What happened? His dog ended up dying because his dog started having seizures. You understand? And then he said his school principal was coming on to him. A male kept coming on to him, trying to offer him sex and stuff, trying to have sex with him. Caleb went to go report him to the people over him, and they ended up firing my little brother because he was reporting this dude for sexual harassment. Coincidence, man? No, this how it go. They said crazy stuff started happening to him too. This how it go. You know what I'm saying? I've had people calling me that I'm not even gonna say from the organization, nonprofit, and from the church. I've had people calling my phone telling me, yo, everything you said happened to me. I said that already, like this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. So one person, okay, you crazy. But multiple people, what you gonna say? And then I can't be crazy because I got evidence. I got the proof. You see my videos, it's the proof. It's not just he say, she say, blah, blah, blah. The proof is in the pudding. Another dude that used to go to the church, he used to date, I'm not even gonna say that. He used to mess with somebody at the church, okay? And then they lied and said that he put his hands on her. And then his life went crazy. Okay? I know he didn't put his hands on her because I was there that day. Okay, they called the police and all that. I was there when that situation happened. He did not put his hands on her. Okay, his life went crazy. They're trying to give him all this time in jail, this, that, and the third. And then he disappeared. To this day, he's off the map. No social media, no off the map. They didn't think that my brothers and them should have had their group. You know, my brothers had a group called the Feds when they was rapping, gospel rapping. And they came between that, tore that apart. I believe they got into my brother-in-law group named Wonder Fam. They had just was about to blow up. Came in between that. They was doing shows and all this stuff. And then once he started coming to the church, because he wasn't coming to the church before, my sister got him come to the church, all of it started going crazy. And then that whole thing fell apart. So, you know, I got the evidence, but I got the proof. And after 30 years of this, 30 years of sabotage, 30 years of them trying to keep me under their boot, 30 years of them attacking my finances, attacking my cars, attacking my family, my friends, other innocent people that aren't even attached to me, that have been attacked, this, that, and the third, to keep you down because you don't want to be a part of whatever they have going on, or you just want to move on with your life and you're not allowed to. 30 years, you know, a lot of this happened to us because my mom left the church. She left when we were young. Okay, we was, I don't know. I was before I was 18 that she had already left. So once one person leaves, especially if it's like the parent figure, then they come for all your kids. It's like you're not allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, some people actually enjoyed it. Like this one dude that I'm not gonna name, or a lot of them. I was still going to the church, and they would say stuff to me like, "How's your mother doing?" But they'll give me this look, and then I'm like, "Tell her I said hey," right, like that. But my mom told me herself years ago. This was before I knew what was going on. Told years ago that she felt like people were following her from the church. Same thing that was happening to me. People was following her from the nonprofit. They were following her. They were messing with her. Um, that they was trying to call her gay. Same thing they was doing to me. Same thing they tried to do to my little brother. They were calling her gay, this, that, and the third. And then my mom ended up getting real sick. You understand what I'm saying? Just like the rest of my family got sick. How? It's not coincidental. I told you, they were poisoning my food, trying to give me strokes and seizures and this, that, and the third. If it wasn't for me being so attentive and seeing what was going on, I would be sick right now. They tried to take my vision from me. It was messing with my eyesight. Okay? We ain't gonna go into heavy detail of this stuff right now. I just wanted to make this video real quick to show y'all that it won't just me. There's other innocent people whose lives have been torn apart by lies and stuff spread on them. Innocent people, bro. Innocent people who just wanted to move on with their lives and weren't allowed to, who have worked for this nonprofit organization or left the church and this, that, and third, and they're not allowed to, right? Whether it's for financial purposes because they need your money or whatever the case may be, you're just not allowed to. And they attack you. They try to take you out. They try to kill you for real. That's what happens. Crisis King.